Hi there, I'm Marcie Billen with Team Realty and Keller Williams Mulinix here in Norman, Oklahoma. And I want to show you one of the biggest neighborhoods that we have here in Norman, Oklahoma to kind of give you an idea of what it may be like to live there. Welcome to our channel. If you haven't hit subscribe, go ahead and do that. You don't want to miss anything. Each week I put out videos about Oklahoma real estate, travel in Oklahoma, and also food. So definitely hit subscribe so that you can stay up to date with our videos. Okay, so I wanted to give you an idea of what it is like here in Brookhaven in Norman. Now, why am I covering Brookhaven? Well, I live here. I live in Brookhaven. Brookhaven is it's not the oldest neighborhood in Norman by any stretch at all. It's actually the oldest neighborhood though on the west side of the interstate. Okay, so I wanted to show you where things are on the map, like where I'm giving you this tour. So, Norman is a city that's, it takes about 30 minutes to get to Oklahoma City. So it's in the south. It's south of Oklahoma City. So you can see here on the map, Oklahoma City, Norman. And then I'm going to take you on a tour of Brookhaven, which is one of the biggest neighborhoods in Norman. And by neighborhoods, what I'm going to show you is actually what I would call regular Brookhaven or traditional Brookhaven. There are other parts of Brookhaven that include townhomes, some patio homes, which I'll show you a few of those, and then also like a smaller section that are bigger houses, but more like patio homes with that smaller lot. So zooming in here for our map, I'll just kind of show you on the map here the sections I'm going to cover. Now, the neighborhoods that I'm showing you on here, this is definitely on Nextdoor. Nextdoor, as you guys know, is an app, and they separate out our neighborhoods really strangely. So they don't put all of Brookhaven into one section, and they also add like Manor Hill and Prairie Creek into some sections as well, which I won't cover in this video today. So you can see here, this is one section of Brookhaven. I'm going to zoom out again. This is another section of Brookhaven, which I will cover, but also Prairie Creek is right here, and I will not be going through that neighborhood, although we do sell a lot in that neighborhood, and they tend to have a little bit lower prices on the houses themselves. And then, so you can see where I'm at here. This is Brookhaven, one of the larger and older sections, although this is the oldest section over here. And then this is another section of Brookhaven. So just to give you an idea of kind of where we are in relationship to everything else, and to kind of help you understand where we are in Norman in particular. So the university is actually over here. So if I keep this, then I'm going to zoom out so that you guys can see. So a bit of a drive if you're making that drive every day, if that's where you're planning to work. If you're planning to work in the city or in Moore, then Brookhaven is an excellent place to live because it's super close to the interstate and really easy to hop on from 2 or 3 different on-ramps. So Norman started off being just on the east side. And so whenever the city expanded, they started building all these houses out here, which are, on the west side, as we call it now. And honestly, these houses are all out in the country at that point. But now it's a huge neighborhood consisting of some different sections. So I just want to cover a few different things for you here so that you understand what it could be like for you to live here. So one of the great things we like about it is that it's so close to the interstate. It's so incredibly close to the interstate to get on to go to Oklahoma City. Sometimes if you live on the east side of Norman, it can be a little difficult to get to the interstate because you have to drive on Highway 77 or drive all the way across town just to get to the interstate in Norman, which is I-35. So when did they start building this neighborhood? Well, they started building in the late 60s to 70s. A lot of the houses here will be built in the 70s, but we will find some in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and even some brand new houses because we still do have land out here. So how big are these lots that are in this neighborhood? Well, you know, mostly these are normal size lots, meaning they are about 0.2 acres. You can get a little bit bigger lot, like if you had a corner. I've seen some in the oldest section of Brookhaven that are actually 1/2 acre lots. And then we really don't see much over 1/2 acre, and you will pay top dollar in these neighborhoods for 1/2 acre lots. We also have some easy access to some different dining and restaurants. So I'm just gonna show you one of the little shopping complexes that we have here. And you can see that it's filled with some offices, but then we also, of course, have our neighborhood Starbucks, which really operates as that neighborhood coffee shop. There's a great sushi restaurant. And then there's Pub W, of course, which we all love. And I haven't heard anyone say bad things about Pub W ever. We tend to call it Pub Dub here as well. It is exactly what it sounds like, a pub, but it's a little bit more upscale. So what types of homes are we looking at in Brookhaven? Well, you know, the type of home is typically pretty traditional. And at the same time, it wasn't one builder that built all of these homes. So we have the traditional style, you know, ranch home. We'll also see some flat top roofs in here. We have some new farmhouse style. And then of course, some more luxurious houses that have a bigger, grander entryway and typically on a smaller lot for those. So it kind of depends on what you want. And you know, what's the house prices? What are we looking at? So for median house prices in this neighborhood from the past year, and I'm talking, and this is July 2020 at this point, but from the past year, you know, we're looking at a median house price of $257,000. So that means that we have some homes that are selling for maybe a little bit less than $200,000, and we also have some that are selling for up to $850,000, sometimes $1 million. Those are few and far between. More realistically, you're gonna get houses in here between $250,000 and $500,000, depending on what you're looking for. Do you have any questions about living in Norman? So I've lived in Norman since 2007, and I can tell you as someone who moved here in her early 20s that it can be hard to get to know, absolutely. It's always nice to have someone on your side who really understands the area. So if you have some questions about Norman, go ahead and drop those in the comments below, and we can get those answered for you. If you need more information and just want to talk to me directly, go ahead and give me a call, which my phone number is linked in the description along with my email. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day.